What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at my recent pickups, and by recent it's probably going to span across the last like 3-4 months or something like that. I was slacking a little bit. At one point I recorded a video, but I didn't really like how it turned out, so I deleted it. So anyways, let's take a look at the games. So the first thing we have here is Quake. Now you probably have seen it if you watched my recent unboxing video, but here it is. This is Quake from Limited Run Games for the Switch. It comes with some goodies. If you want to see what's inside, take a look at my other video. This video was originally supposed to come out before that video, but as you guys see, it didn't happen. So, but it is what it is. So I'm very happy to have that in my collection though. The next big item here is Project Warlock. So here we go. Another video that I recently did a unboxing of. Has some signatures on the back. I do need to get some sort of a protection case for this. I'm not sure if they sell something for something this big, but we'll see. I did play this game on PC on Steam, and when I saw that John Romero was working with the company who made this game to get this out, I figured why not grab it. It'd be pretty cool to have a physical. I mean, it's technically on a USB drive, but it's like a physical package with some goodies in it and whatnot. So here we are. The next item that we're kind of just gonna get off the list and out of the way is John Madden Football 92. Bits and I did a trade a little while ago back. It was a trade long in the making because we were originally gonna meet up, but that didn't work out, so we ended up sending stuff to each other. But he ended up throwing this game in there, so thank you. I'll probably try it out at some point, just for the heck of it, but otherwise, I'll just have it in my collection. Next item here is Spider-Man 2 for the Game Boy Advance. It's, as you guys can see, this is a little messed up here, the top, the way it's like sitting on there, but overall it's pretty good quality. I do have my original game in there and I think my original manual, but I didn't have the box before, so when I bought this for a fairly cheap price, I was able to get the box and pretty much complete the collection here. This is one of the games that's kind of, I've been playing since childhood. It was a big game for me back in the day, so it's cool to have this finally in like a complete edition. And I do have more protective covers for the Game Boy games coming in tomorrow, so hopefully we can get this all closed up and kept safe. The next item that I have here is Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls. On here there's an old sticker that it was $30. I got it for more than that on eBay, but really good quality. I did try it out to make sure it works. I got this protector on it, as you guys can see, to keep it nice and safe, and I'm looking forward to play through it at some point. So probably not going to be anytime soon, but yeah. Next item on the list is a PlayStation 5 game. That is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I already beat the campaign, been playing the multiplayer a little bit. Pretty solid game in my opinion. Still has its own issues with the campaign and everything in multiplayer, which I'm not a fan of. But overall, decent game. At some point, I'll probably do a collection of all the Call of Duty games that I have, and I'm sure this will be on it. But otherwise, yeah, there's not really much to say about it. This next item is currently sealed still, but it's Phobia Saint Din Hotel. This is a game that I did a playthrough recently on Twitch. It's a horror game, kind of has vibes of like Resident Evil and a couple other games maybe that that it reminded me of. And I thought it was pretty good, so I figured when I get the physical copy of it, it was fairly cheap too on eBay. So not eBay, Amazon. This was on Amazon, so it was fairly cheap. I do recommend playing this game if you guys ever see it on sale or something and you want to grab it. So the next item here is Alan Wake Remastered. So as you guys can see, this is a PEGI 16 game, so it's a EU game, not really an NA game, but it still works on PlayStation. I forget if I realized it or not. I've done this with a few games where I bought them on Amazon and didn't realize right away that it's not a normal like NA region game, but luckily for the PS5 it doesn't really matter too much. So, but I played through this original game on a PC for one of my YouTube playthroughs like a while back. So I'm not sure what kind of things this game fixes in the remaster. I'll probably have to watch some videos to see like a comparison. But I'll probably play through it at some point, especially with the I think a sequel coming out sometime in 2023. So definitely a pretty solid game. It has its issues, things that kind of pissed me off a little bit, but overall I enjoyed it. The next item on the list here is, and we have a few of these PlayStation 1 games, but we have Resident Evil Survivor. This is like a on rails type of game, kind of like House of the Dead, I think. It's a little different than most. Or actually, is it like? Yeah, I think it is like that. I forget if it's just first person or if this is the one that's like on rails. Because I haven't played this yet personally. I've seen a few videos, and then I know there's another one for I think the Wii or something that is like strap on rails. So I'll have to confirm that. But this was actually fairly cheap to get, and me being a fan of Resident Evil games is definitely something cool to have in my collection. So I'll probably play it at some point. Next item here is Tom and Jerry in House Trap. So this game I used to play as a kid when I was back in Russia. We used to play it all the time. Really fun game. I haven't tried this yet to make sure it works, which I probably should. But overall, I think this would be a really enjoyable game to play with like a group of friends. I know it's like 1 to 2 players because it's old console and everything, but you can still like kind of take turns and play through it and everything and really have a great time. Essentially, you can set up traps, pick up different items that you can hit each other with, and you're constantly like just fighting against each other in a house. So really cool game. The next item here is Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. This is another game that I played back in Russia. I didn't play too much of it, but it looked really cool. While I don't necessarily play Mortal Kombat to the hardcore extent to where I'm like memorizing all the fatalities and everything, I've always enjoyed these games. I have a decent amount of them, and this is one of the ones that I really wanted to get at some point. There's a couple other ones that I want to get as well, but it's very different than most normal Mortal Kombat games. You kind of has like a story to it, I guess, somewhat, and you play as Sub-Zero specifically, and it's a platformer game with fights and everything. It is a pretty tough game from what I recall and from some of the stuff I read about it more recently. And originally, I think when I played it, it was on N64, but this is the PS1 version. So if anything, it should probably be a little bit better quality. So, but anyways, the next item that we have here is, now I think the next 3 or 4 items all were part of that trade/purchase from Bits and Glory. And I'll throw his channel in the description. You guys should definitely check him out for some really high quality retro content, game collection stuff as well. So, but what we have here is Final Fantasy, I think this is a 9. And this one, I know one of them comes with like the manual and everything. Oops, one of this is loose in here. Actually, both of them are loose. Put them back on. I've never played this one before, but it does look pretty good. I think I've been playing the 10, like the remaster one for the PlayStation 4 most recently. I've played through like Type 0, HD. I've played some of the original ones, like a little bit, very small amount. Played the Mystic Quest, so I do want to get around to some of these other ones as well and play through them at some point. We also have Final Fantasy 7 here. I haven't played the original of this one as well. I've only played like the remaster, and that was really cool, or the remake, I guess, and that was really cool, really fun game. I know they're pretty different between the two, other than like similar environments and story concepts, but it would still be cool to revisit the original one and kind of see what the comparisons are, what the differences are, and really get like a different feel of the game. So the next item that we have here is Until Dawn. I played this a little bit on PlayStation 4 when it was free for PlayStation Plus. I've never actually completed it. The only game that I've beaten of this style was the Quarry, on PC on one of my streams, like maybe like 4 or 5 months ago or something like that. It's been some time now, but that was pretty fun. And after playing through that, I do want to revisit these other games because that was pretty enjoyable in my opinion. So it'd be cool to play through some of these other ones as well. And yeah, once I get around to it, I'll probably play it. I don't really need the discs version. I'll probably just reinstall my PlayStation Plus version just to keep things simple. But really cool to have this in physical edition, and I do want to grab some of the other ones as well in physical discs. So, and finally, the last game for this pickups video is Mortal Kombat 2. So I think I have Mortal Kombat 3 for Genesis, and I do want to get the first one at some point in box. I think, yeah, this doesn't have a manual in it, which is alright. It does have the cartridge though, the box, the artwork. So that, to me, it works pretty well. I mean, it has most of what I need. And if I can get a manual at some point, cool. If not, I'm not super worried about it at this point, but another game for my Genesis collection as well. So, but yeah, guys, so this, I don't think I missed anything. This should be it. If I do realize I missed something, I'll just throw it into the next video probably. But yeah, otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.